What's good, YouTube? It is your girl, Aryanna Denisee, back again with another video. And as you can tell by the title, y'all, for those of y'all who are getting ready to start school again, who are currently in high school right now, or just trying to give your siblings, friends, cousins some tips about high school or any school grade, to be honest, I got a tips for y'all. So sit back, relax, grab you some paper and a pencil to take some notes, because I'm about to take y'all on a journey with me.
Young and ugly, sauce it up.
Okay guys, so today I'm going to be giving you guys some tips on, things that I wish I understood before I started high school. So I started high school in 2019, and it was like, obviously with me, I'm the oldest, so it was always like a first time, first try type of thing. So I've always been the one who like to take a step forward and like give my siblings like, this is what you don't do. Don't do that. I regret doing this, but I'm glad I did because it's teaching you. You feel me? So that's always been me. And now I feel like I can go ahead and give it back to more people who aren't my siblings, because my brother is a senior. My second youngest brother is a freshman, and then my sister's not even in middle school yet. So I can't give it to them. They're not, from a girl's perspective, they're not seeing what I see as a female in high school. So, and I got a couple years before I have to give my sister the talk too, because she's just going into 5th grade. So I got some time in my hands, so why not just give it to y'all, and then she just watches the video when she get there. Easier. So go ahead, like, comment, and subscribe. Tell your mamas, your cousins, your aunties, tell your school counselors, tell your favorite teacher that they need to make sure that, he put you on with the hookups, or she put you on with the hookups. Because I always got my favorite teachers. I had 2 teachers who I we was like this. So tell all of them, because why not? Why not? But without further ado, guys, let's get into this. So the first one is going to be for my freshmen. There are students coming from everywhere. Different middle schools, different elementary schools. Some people not even from your area. There are going to be people from maybe like towns over, or foreign students who just got to your school who just, trying to get a fresh start. That being said, don't be afraid to like go out and see what's around you, like your peers. Don't be afraid of diversity. One thing about my high school, my first high school, there was not a lot of diversity. Everybody was pretty much from the same high schools, because there's only really like 2 major high schools around, unless you applied to go there and got in from like somewhere else. But majority of the time it was from 2 major middle schools that went to that high school. So people are coming from everywhere. Don't be afraid to go out and meet somebody, because the people who you meet could be lifelong friends. It could be people who you get lessons from, or they just put some type of motivation in you, or they go through a time with you that teaches you. Maybe they figure out they're not the type of person you want to be around, or maybe you want to find more people like them. You never know. So I recommend just going out. Don't be doing the most, like trying to make everybody your friend, because that's another tip. Everybody's not your friend at all. Everybody's not your friend. They can say that they want the best for you, and then turn around and stab you in the back. And that's real life, not even just high school. That's real life, but it just happens more often in high school. So don't forget that everybody's not your friend. Everybody's not looking for you to succeed. Those few people who you bond with your freshman year and you stay with, I would say after your sophomore year, if you guys are all still solid, then those are your people. Especially because freshman year is the year everybody's trying to find themselves, pretty much. So everybody's new, coming from middle school, and they are just trying to figure out where they fit in. And that's the time where, you know, you develop your friendships and your relationships, and all those type of people come into your life, and, you know, for the better or for the worse. So with that being said, going on to the next one. It is okay to stand out. Trust me, I know I stood out. I was a theater kid my freshman year. I still am a theater kid. I still had like a little bit of my middle school like persona in me. Like I liked doing musicals and doing all this type of stuff. Like I wasn't into the whole like fighting and being all in everybody's faces and this and that and the third. Like I was never into that. I was always the friendly girl. Everybody who met me has said that I either gave off vibes that I never wanted to be talked to, or that I was mean looking, until they met with me and just decided, oh, she's not mean at all, like at all. And I was never mean. So, and you know, not a lot of people can have that trait where they're just like, their neutral face is just the face that people would question. Not saying that's a good thing. I would hope. Like, I don't know. My neutral face is just like, don't even wait. I can't even do it. Hold on. Let me see my neutral face. I don't even know what my neutral face looks like. It's just I'm sorry, y'all. Anyways, so my resting face is just, I guess, looks mean to people. But don't be afraid to, like, you know, you can tell the difference when someone's actually upset and not wanting to be talked to, than people who are just have a resting face that way. Because I always had the resting face. Like, there's some days I didn't want to be talked to, but with me, the personality that I have, I still talk to you regardless. Unless it's something like really, really, really like that aggravated me, then I just don't, you know, I won't deal with anybody. And you can tell that because I like certain clothes that I wear or whatever. But yeah, like, it's okay to stand out. Like, you don't have to be the girl who dresses like everybody else. Like, I was very colorful freshman year. I was very like conservative. Like, I didn't wear like a lot of shorts or dresses or anything like that. So yeah, you don't have to fit in with everybody. That's not what you're made for. You're not a puzzle. You're not meant to fit in perfectly with the puzzle. It's okay to be a little off or a little different. Like, it's okay. So the next thing we'll go into like schoolwork and actually academic side of it. My major thing that I messed up on, that I really, really, really wish that I started when I was freshman year, in my freshman year, I just broke this hanger, was keeping up with a calendar. So your freshman year is going to be kind of one of your second hardest year, in my opinion. Your freshman year is your second hardest year because it is, you know, getting acclimated to high school. So you feel like you have a lot of work, you have more classes, more workload. It's a lot more people around you often, and it's just a different environment. So with that comes stress, and then, you know, you start to fall back on doing things that you normally do, such as your homework, keeping up with your homework, keeping up with projects, assignments, due dates, all those things. So one thing that I wish I kept up with was a planner. I started my planner my junior year, and it did, like, I seen really, really, really massive improvements when it comes to like my organization and keeping things like turned in before the due dates and stuff like that. Like, I've really grown from that. I still use a planner to this day, and I'm graduated, so it's not a bad thing. Don't feel like you have to be a nerd or anything to keep a planner, to keep your homework in check, to do that stuff, because you don't have to be. everybody who's responsible, who wants to succeed and make sure that they stay organized, will do a planner. We'll have a planner regardless. Another thing on here is always bring a backpack. You're never too cool for a backpack. Even if your school has lockers, you may not have the opportunity to go to your locker every period, put books back, and get another set of books and make it back to your class. My school personally was really, really big, and we had over 3,000 students there, and the school only had capacity of 2,000 to 2,800 or something like that. So the hallways were very crowded, so there was no way I was going to get to a locker from my class down the stairs to a locker. My class was upstairs, go back up the stairs and make it to my class on time within 4 minutes, 4 minutes and 30 seconds. There was no way I was going to do that. So I never invested in the locker. I never invested in the locker my senior year. I had one of my junior year, and the reason why I say don't get a locker is because I use my locker once every semester or once every quarter. So, and that was only because there was one class where we had to leave our books at school, but we couldn't leave them in the classroom, so we had to get a locker. So I left it in there, never used it, and yeah, it was just not worth it. So again, unless your school is different from mine, you have a smaller school, more time in between classes, then you could consider getting a locker, but I wouldn't put that at the top of your list trying to invest and get a locker, because it's not really worth it, in my opinion. Just get a backpack. You can put everything in there. Backpack, pencils, folders, calculators, scissors, all the stuff you need in a backpack. Just like that. For my girlies, some of you guys may be late bloomers. You may not have experienced some things that are going to happen to you. I would, if it didn't happen yet, I would talk to my parent or your sister, whoever your guardian is, to asking them to help you set up an emergency pouch. And the reason I say that is because, again, life's unexpected. You could be having the most awesome day, and then boom, you have cramps. And that has happened to me before. I'm speaking from experience. So your pouch should include, extra pair of underwears and just stuff that you would need to be okay when that unexpected event happens. And for the new girlies out there, I would still talk to your guardian or sister, parent, whoever's there to help you about what type of pain medicine you're able to take, because that's going to be a major help when it comes down to you just starting, because those cramps in school are not a joke. They are so bad, and they will tear you apart limb from limb while you're trying to focus on your schoolwork. So talk to whoever's ahead above you in your family about medicines and different stuff like that. My pouch, I took it apart because obviously, like I said, I graduated, so I don't really need it anymore. But my pouch was about maybe this big, this wide, and it just had like everything that I needed in there, and it was perfect. I only had an emergency once, and I was prepared. So that is one thing that I would recommend every female have on them if they're starting high school or in high school already, because it's a really big help when it comes down to those unexpected events. So the next thing would be to set academic goals for yourself. So remember when I said freshman year would be the second hardest year, in my opinion? Junior year is the hardest year, in my opinion, because if you stay in a state like mine, you have a standardized test you have to take. All juniors have to take it. And that test will set you up for college. So that's, you can already understand that's very stressful, you know, taking a test that can determine what type of college you should get into. Like, it's a really big deal. So with that being said, you say you have to take this test in March. It's October right now. Set a goal for yourself. Hey, every night when I come home from school, do my main homework for class, and then my goal for this test be an hour, just say that, an hour every day after I do my homework. And just set yourself up, prepare yourself. Another thing too, don't let what's coming affect what you're doing now. So that's where the academic goal comes in. You can do your planning and get ready for, you know, upcoming tests and all that stuff, but don't forget you got your economics and all that. If you're a senior, economics, you got biologies and all your different classes over here that, you know, you need to maintain your grades in. So there's goals that you can set that will help you be able to maintain all that, and that comes back to also having a planner or a calendar that will keep you up to date with everything that you need to do. So yes, next one is to my girls who like to stay up, to my girls and guys who like to stay up overnight and be up real late. It was cute while I was in middle school to stay up real late, but baby, it's high school now. You can't do that. You stay up too late, it's not, you're gonna be a zombie. You're gonna be miserable unless you just have an awesome bounce back ability. Because me, no. If I don't get sleep, I'm a zombie. I'm grouchy. I'm angry. I don't want to be bothered, and it messes up my entire day. And in high school, you don't want to have a bad day in high school. You don't, because there's nothing that is bad about high school other than, you know, there's like certain people, or maybe there's like a class or two that you don't like, but there's nothing necessarily bad about high school. You should be excited to go to high school. So I understand, you know, your first day back from summer or first day back from a break, you can't sleep. I understand that. But being on a habit of staying on your phone all night, like until 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, turn around getting up at 6:15 to be like, you ride the bus to be at the bus stop by like 7 and this, that, and third, it's not good for you. It's not healthy. So don't make that a habit. Don't make staying up a habit. And that's for the guys too. You playing PS4 parties all the time. Nah, so the homies, yo, I love y'all, but I got school in the morning. I can't be doing this. So get your sleep. Don't get that sleep because you need it. Another thing that I wish I understood is breakfast. So I have PTSD when it comes to school breakfast, like real bad, because when I was in elementary school, there was an incident that happened with the chocolate milk that was extremely disgusting, and it messed up a lot of like school food for me. And it came to the point where I don't even drink regular milk outside of school. Like, I don't drink milk at all. Like, I can't do it. So with that being said, if you're like me and you don't like eating or drinking like cereals and milks and stuff from school, then make sure you eat your breakfast at home if you have time. Don't skip breakfast. It's not a good thing, especially if you have like a high maintenance class in the morning. Like, I had chorus first period, so that was a lot of energy that I used, and some days I wouldn't eat breakfast, and I could tell the difference between the days that I did eat breakfast. So I would definitely make sure that you give yourself enough time in the morning to sit down, just gather your thoughts, think about everything that you have to do, and eat a really good breakfast, because you're going to need it without a doubt. You're going to need a breakfast. Another one is to use your counselors, use your teachers, use all the resources that you have in high school, because everybody is there to see you succeed, no matter what. You could be at the bottom of the academic food chain, or you can be at the top of the academic food chain, and they're all going to treat you the same regardless of what you're trying to look for. So I would recommend your counselors are there when it comes to volunteering hours. So it's a big thing. Get your volunteering hours. your teachers who are there who are trying to make sure that you pass your class. They're gonna offer tutoring and all the different types of things. Use them. Use those resources. They're there to help you, and you will see the success that comes with that, 100%. Now, talking about teachers, another thing that I actually learned my junior year is it's okay to be a teacher's pet. It is okay to be a teacher's pet, because I was a teacher's pet and I reaped the benefits of that. Like, for example, I was a teacher pet my junior year to my math teacher, and I was he had a couple of his like favorite students or whatever, and I was one of them, and it was just because of like who I am, like personality wise. So said, just be yourself, and you will see people gradually migrate towards you. But I was a teacher's pet, and I loved it. I got get out of class passes, I got free food, I got pretty much was in charge of a lot of things that normal students wouldn't be in charge of, like different types of things. And on top of that, I am a very smart kid, or girl, woman, whatever. I'm smart. So with that, I get my work done, and then I do whatever. So, and that was junior year, and I still had the same teacher. I was his TA in senior year, and then I also got another teacher who, she was just awesome. Like anything was wrong with me, I went to her class. Anything, even if I was having a great day, I would just go to her class just because, and she would give me a pass, and I go to her class, and I'll be just chilling in there, literally doing absolutely nothing, just there, and she wouldn't care. So like I said, it's okay being a teacher's pet, because I was one and I loved it. So you see those movies where like, oh my gosh, she's a teacher's pet, he's a teacher's pet, and you mad because you're not a teacher's pet. So yeah. All right, the next thing that I want to say is about relationships and students. So to my freshies out there, don't be naive, honey. Don't be naive. Don't, because it's everybody is not who you think they are, because there are some people out there who prey on y'all because y'all are new. You guys don't know how high school works. There are people who prey on y'all, and I'm sure you guys heard, hey, don't go messing with the seniors, don't go messing with the upperclassmen, because it's bad. They're not lying to you. Don't mess with the upperclassmen. It's okay to have friends, upperclassmen. Not that much. Don't even think of that as being okay. It's just don't. Trust. When I was a freshman, I had a couple upperclassmen friends, and then I had some freshman friends who dealt with upperclassmen, and it was just not. It was not it. So I'm telling y'all, don't do it. Don't deal with upperclassmen. And you upperclassmen, leave these little kids alone. Leave them alone. Why? Don't just leave them alone. Don't even look at them. They look older than their age. Let them look older than their age as a freshman and a sophomore. Don't bring y'all grown behinds down there to the freshman and sophomore hallways to prey on those kids. Stop. Just stop. We need to stop this train. Stop it. Okay? I don't understand how else I can tell y'all this. Just leave the upperclassmen alone. Upperclassmen, leave the underclassmen alone. Okay. Please. All right. Another thing, is tutoring. So going back to tutoring, I never really used tutoring like that because I swore I knew everything and I didn't. So use tutoring. You don't have to be, like I said, you don't have to be a nerd. You don't have to be like freaking Einstein. You don't have to have a big head. Like, you don't have to do anything like that. You feel like you need help in a subject, go get it. Don't sit here and think that you have to be a certain type of person to get tutoring, because people who you think would get tutoring are the same people who aren't getting tutoring. The same people who you see are making straight A's and doing this and that are getting tutoring. So the people who you're trying to hang with, who are not doing their thing, getting D's and F's, those are the people who you want to stay away from, and go around the people who are actually doing like the straight A's or A's and B's, and try to migrate towards them, because they are going to be the ones that are going to be supportive. And when it comes to like putting you onto your teachers who need where you may need tutoring, they're going to be the ones that help you 100%, because they got goals and they feel like, hey, if I'm help this person, maybe when I need help, this person will help me find the best tutor for myself. Also your counselors. So there's a lot of people who you can use for resources in high school that's going to help you succeed, regardless of what you want to do, where you want to be, and you'll be perfectly fine. So like I said, tutoring is not for nerds or anybody like that. So just FYI, use them tutoring. Use the tutoring, boo. You use it, okay? All right. Another tip that I'm going to say, and this is gonna be very like eye-awakening to a lot of y'all, because a lot of people has dealt with it, and this is really towards like my upperclassmen. There is a lot of people who come into your life, and you may think that they have had the best intentions for you, like they don't want to ever hurt you. They are there to be your biggest fan, your biggest support, all of that. And they may tell you that, they may sit here and act like it, but I want y'all to know that those people who sit there and are like constantly in your face about things that they've done for you and not kind of letting it fall back, those are people, one of the type of people you watch out for. People who give you vibes when they're in front of you and then turn around and give you vibes when you're not together. Totally different vibes when you're not together. Those are the people you look out for. Those are the people who are going to make you feel like you are a bad person. They're going to make you feel like you were always wrong in a situation, whether that's a boyfriend, friend, girlfriend, whatever. They're going to make you feel like you are always the problem, regardless of whatever happens in the situation. Don't fall for it. Those relationships are not healthy. Those are very toxic. Friendships, relationships, it's all toxic. Don't fall for it. I fell for it freshman year, and it messed up a lot for a lot of people. I had a wall up for a lot of people, and I was not the type of person who would sit here and talk to you, because like I was really mean when I first started sophomore year, and then I got a fresh start when I switched schools. But just don't let it happen, because I promise you it will really deter who you are as a person because of what somebody else did to you. And I'm speaking from experience, twice in high school, freshman year and senior year. So just be aware of the people who you're bringing into your circle. Be aware of the people who you're bringing into your life. Be aware of the things that you tell people. If you have a feeling, your intuition is telling you not to tell somebody something or to keep something to yourself, that gut feeling, keep it. Trust it. Listen to it. Because 99.9% of the time, it's true. You should keep whatever you're going to tell somebody who you think you trust, keep it to yourself. Don't, no, because it's not going to end the way you think it's going to end. It's going to be hurt on your part, and you're going to feel like you messed up, and you didn't. You were just trying to do the best of what you think was the best for you. So with that being said, that is part 1 of things that I wish I understood when I started high school. Y'all, please use at least one tip. Don't be naive. Just use one tip, even if that's like throughout high school. Just use one, because I promise y'all, it's gonna make y'all high school experience fun. It's gonna make y'all feel like y'all are more involved with, being in school. It's gonna make your high school years just be more like out there, just live. So thank you guys for watching this video. Part 2 coming soon, sometime, I want to say the end of the week or maybe early next week. Part 2 will be coming soon. If you guys have not watched my makeup video, go ahead and watch that. I have the link in the description, and it popped up sometime in the corner during this video, so go ahead and watch that. And if you haven't already, still subscribe to your girl. Turn on that post notification bell, because why freaking not? But without further ado, I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.